Hi Cancer, how are we today? Um, just doing a singles love reading today for all the Cancerians out there. Now I will let you know that if you want to leave a comment on the video, I will be drawing someone for a free personal reading when I do hit 100 subscribers. So leave a comment and you'll be in the draw for that. And obviously subscribe so we can keep you updated when that does come about as well. Now, we are just sort of trying to focus a little bit more on the future elements when it comes to singles and love at the moment, but I will be looking into the past just a little bit as well. I'm using the Paper Oracle Lenormand today for the main portion of the reading. I do also have the Reynos do Fogo deck there, the Fire Queen's deck, as well as the Island Time Wellness Oracle there as well. But firstly, we'll just have a look, Cancer, at what energy Cancer is sitting in at the moment with love energy, please. And just a general past, present, future for you guys there. Okay, so the energy we're finding you in today, Cancer, we have the Fox and the Crossroads there. So the Crossroads really does talk about, sort of making decisions and, trying to stay on the right path. And with the Fox energy, the Fox can talk quite a lot about self-survival. So trying to do some, whatever sort of you need to do at this time, focusing a little bit inwardly, making the decisions that you sort of need to make, the changes that you need to make when it comes to love and romantic connections. I am feeling a little bit inwardly focused with that there, and sort of, yeah, maybe possibly a little bit of confusion and, like self sabotage type element at the moment when it comes to what path do I take? Am I on the right path? Those sorts of questions could be sort of going through your mind at the moment. Now, with the fox there as well, that is a very sort of, this, especially in this particular deck, it really does have that kitsune type vibe with that one. You can see all the extra tails coming up around there. So it really can talk about that sort of shapeshifter type vibe. So transforming energies. And lo and behold, it doesn't matter which path you take. Some just have a few extra detours on the way. They're all the right path at the end of the day. So I feel that having a little bit more confidence in your own choices and direction at the moment may serve you quite well at the moment, Cancer. But just with your past, present, and future energy there, in the past, we are seeing the Cauldron, which is actually a card that's unique to this particular deck. So the Cauldron really does talk about, you've created some sort of magic in the near past there. It feels got a very manifestation type energy, this particular card. I will clarify it, but it really does feel as though you have spent a bit of time putting some manifestations out there into the universe and sort of waiting for the magic to happen. So we'll clarify that for you there, Cancer. Maybe that's why we're a little bit confused at the moment, because we haven't sort of, I feel that that's something you've put it out there and it just hasn't quite manifested yet. So we'll wait and see what's going to come up with that. Okay, so the Cauldron for Cancer in the near past, please. Okay, so yeah, obviously you have had some specific desires when it comes to relationships, but we are also seeing things that have had to sort of end. We do have the Coffin and the Ring there. Both of those cards actually do talk heavily about cycles. So I feel like that Cauldron could be sort of telling us that you've recognized a pattern, you've recognized a cycle that you've been in when it comes to relationships, and sort of wanting to close out those old cycles and move into the new. The Coffin really does talk about, things needing to end in order to have a new beginning. So quite transformative energy when we come into play here with the cauldron as well. So we're sort of really focusing on, the rebirth of these cycles, but in a totally new way. Wanting to transform those for the better, and more positive relationships. But it's obviously definitely about the way that we are perceiving relationships. You may have actually had to end a relationship in the past, and sort of wondering, oh, maybe that's where that, did I make the right choice? Did I take the right path by closing that out? But obviously, like I said, the rebirth element of the coffin as well, and with that cauldron there, really transforming those cycles into something brand new, because then what we're seeing in the present energy is the key. So once again, you can see this sort of circular image on this particular card as well. So we are sort of talking about this cycle is successful. This new cycle is going to be successful. You're going to sort of unlock these new paths, and they're really going to work for you. The key really does talk about success in all its forms, so that is actually going to be really successful. And you may starting to see these cycles coming back around, but in a more successful manner, in a way that it sort of opens up new doors and new opportunities within that same cycle, but it has transformed. So you have successfully transformed that, and you have successfully, manifested that in a brand new way. So that's actually feeling really positive there, Cancer. And for the future energy, we have drawn the birds there. So that's kind of one of the communication cards, especially in this deck. You do see the bird on the wire there, which always, and I don't know if they're power poles or whatever, but it always reminds me of, like old school telephones. So phone calls do seem to be a bit of an element with the birds, because they are a bit of a communication chatter type energy anyway. So the birds there does sort of talk about some communication headed your way in the near future. Once again, I'll clarify for you, Cancer. So Cancer, for the birds in the near future. Oh, definitely seeing some communication there. We've drawn the letter and the sun for you there. So those cards sort of all together, we are seeing, happiness and successful outcomes. So once again, with that key as well, yeah, that success is coming full circle. Once again, the sun circular, we have this circular stamp on the letter there as well. But yeah, that's sort of just reiterating that communication factor. So we could be looking at a lot of texts, a lot of calls, a lot of talking online, talking in person, heavy communication coming on through for you. And it may be quite revealing communication as well. The sun sort of can be quite revealing, but it is ultimately talking about happiness. It really does talk about things all coming into the light for you, and bringing with it that sense of warmth and positivity and happiness in general. So once again, heavy on the success headed your way, but definitely seeing some potential communication coming on through for you. So I will grab this other deck there, the Reinhardt do Fogo deck for you, and I will ask specifically about who and what are we talking about, this communication. Who is this communication for Cancer? What is this communication for Cancer coming through in the near future? Obviously, we are talking about love, so it's going to be like a very loving communication of some form. So tell us more about this communication coming through for Cancer, please. Okay, so we're actually seeing possibilities of something from the past being revealed in that, I feel. Okay, so we've got the fox again. So the, the fox in this form can actually talk a little bit about, you know, somebody who has been a little bit deceptive. Um, that maybe, like they'll say whatever they need to say. Um, it can sometimes have a bit of that, that player type energy going on there where they'll say whatever they can to get into your bed or whatever. So I really feel strongly this is talking about something from the past. And with that sun there, you're going to hear something. That's a very specific message, Cancer. I'm sorry, it is quite specific. Um, so I'm hoping somebody resonates with that. I'm sure the message will get to whoever needs to hear it. But obviously, if this isn't resonating for you, maybe check your other placements or flip it as need be or whatever. But definitely seeing some communication coming through that's going to reveal this energy to you. So that's what the communication is going to be about. It's going to be revealing this. I feel it's a person who has been somewhat manipulative or deceptive or, they thought they were being really cunning and smart about the way that they did something. There is the mice card there as well. So that does bring with it, an element of loss or theft. So yeah, you may actually be finding out somebody stole from you or something like that as well. And it's kind of, it feels like that it's been weighing down on somebody, and that's why this communication is coming forward to you. They feel like they have to come clean, kind of a vibe with that anchor there. The the anchor can also talk about them being a bit stuck. So they've felt stuck um, and weighed down by this energy over here. So I feel like that's why they're coming toward you with the communication. But the communication is about some sort of behavior or something that's happened in the past. And it's going to be a bit more clearly revealed to you that there was some underhanded behavior going on. So yeah, so a very specific message, Cancer. So I don't know who that resonates for. Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, give us the goss, okay? And hopefully it's nothing too serious. When I'm talking about, loss or theft, sometimes it's not necessarily, like somebody who stole thousands of dollars from you or anything like that. It could just be, they feel like they took more from the relationship than they gave you as well. It could be things like that as well on a more emotional level rather than a physical level as well. But with that fox there, I feel like they thought they were being really clever, but now it's been weighing down on them heavily, and they're going to be coming clean, or somebody will be coming clean about, look, I've seen this behavior, I saw this back. It's very connected to the past. Whatever this is, it's definitely something and somebody who has done something in the past, and you may not have known about it until this communication comes in. Okay, so wow, way to chuck a heavy at me out of nowhere there, Cancer. Well, I will grab a few more cards for you today, just to ask about the next potential love connection coming towards Cancer. The next potential love connection coming towards Cancer. Obviously, there was something there that somebody needed to know about that. So let's hope that it does resonate for somebody out there. But the next potential romantic interest headed Cancer's way, please. Okay, so we're seeing the garden and the coffin coming on back through. So as you probably remember there, that was looking like some sort of past relationship. Um, not so, sorry, that was the cauldron, not the garden, but with the coffin energy there, that was a potential past relationship that you've ended out that cycle and closed off that cycle. It does look like it might be coming back around a little bit there as well. But like I said, you've asked for it, and it's whatever you ask for when it comes to that past relationship. It does feel as though it has been sort of transformed quite a bit. We've got the double foxes, like I said, that can be quite transformative energy, as well as having that deception coming out. There might be a little bit more to it, and they might be saying, look, I need to get this off my chest because I really want to, meet up with you again, because the garden is sort of a social card, talking about meetings and having somewhere to meet up, those sorts of a thing. It can be quite a social card as well. So once again, there I am feeling a bit of an element that this communication coming on through, it may not even be from that particular person who you've closed out that cycle with. Now that is the coffin card. It does look quite different to that other coffin card there, but it is the same card. But once again, talking about something that needed to die in order to be reborn anew. So once talking about a lot of transformation coming your way there. And then we do have thoughts as well. So the next connection headed your way, it feels like it's already heavy on their thoughts, that they're going to come towards you, and that they want to meet up and sort of talk about, look, I've grown, I've transformed. Like the old me, that's the old me, and this is the new me. So how you want to deal with that is completely up to you. I will draw an oracle on this particular scenario here, because like I said, it's all getting quite specific, and we are sort of talking about the one particular person, I feel, from your past who there was some subterfuge behaviour there, but they're coming back saying, oh, look, I've grown, I've changed. That's kind of how that feels to me, and it's been really heavy on their thoughts that they do want to sort of meet up with you and clear the air, even if this is just for closure, because with the coffin, it could definitely be just a closure issue, and both of you needing that closure of sort of what happened, you know. So I will grab some oracle for you today, Cancer. What's the most important thing Cancer needs to know about this, please? What does Cancer need to know about this, please? Yeah, in general, and then specifically in regard to this person, please. Okay, so in general, we're talking unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Okay, so that's definitely just for you, Cancer. That's not necessarily talking about this person. So I feel that that's just talking about unconditionally loving yourself, and, falling back in love with yourself. You even if this is flipped and this was you, it's been weighing heavily on you, that you need to come clean with this past person. Like, so if this is a flipped message and it's you need to still remember to love yourself as well. Unconditional love for yourself is very important for you at the moment, Cancer. But when it comes to this person, this other energy we've got coming through in Cancer's reading today, can you tell us about that, please? Okay, so I think this might be how you are sort of, once again, we're seeing similar imagery to, let's have a look here. We've got the second coffin card I pulled here, and then we've got the Grim Reaper. So as you can see, quite similar imagery once again. And that particular card does say, the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So, I feel that that's you, Cancer, saying that no, it's not going to happen. Like, I don't want you, even if you think that you've transformed. How about you just go and transform, change your life for you? I'm going to go over here and transform my own self so that I can get back to this unconditional love for myself. So I feel like that's what's sort of going on for you, Cancer. It's that's probably the deepest sort of like that definitely actually does feel like a personal reading for somebody out there. So if that's you, let me know in the comments, and I hope you you know, wish the best for you with that situation. It does seem quite drama, and some things getting revealed that might not be the most positive things coming on in. But remember, I did say, you know, like going back to that present energy, you are unlocking new doors and you are headed towards success. You know, you've got that success on the table. So, you know, don't let any of this get too much for you, and you know, make sure you do take the time to you know, love yourself as well. You know, none of this stuff, you know, it's all just sort of advice and whatnot too. It's you know, it's not necessarily your message either, you know. So if you didn't resonate with that, like I said, check other placements and so on and so forth. But I do wish you all the best, Cancer, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.